want to talk to a guy who hates being called an influencer, but he has a huge amount of influence, almost 1 million followers on Instagram, conservative Anthony Raimondi, who's a friend of Rav, friend of the network, also a friend of Charlie. Anthony, we've been kind of just talking to people just broadly and generically about Charlie and his impact on you. What was Charlie to you? We'll give you the floor and kind of open it up as broadly as you want it to be.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. You know, Charlie was an inspiration to people who had different opinions, and he really broke down things for me and helped me understand stuff that maybe I didn't. And he was the most confrontational person, I think, in our entire movement. I mean, he was always the voice of reason, right? He would bring people to the front and have them talk and say, let them talk. Whereas I'm not as calm or calculated. So like the fact that he's considered controversial is like insanely wild to me. And that's why I think it hits like all of us so much, is because it was like, if anyone, like Charlie was the guy you wanted to end up running into, because he would let anybody talk. Yeah. So it's hard. I mean, it's like every day, it's like every time you talk about him, it's like heavy.
Yeah, it's you know, when we went to your solo shot, I think people saw on the wall that American Pride banner that you've got there, which is interesting. Which is another thing that I would like to bring up. You know that I only view you as an American, and as a patriot, and as a fighter in the conservative movement. You also happen to be gay, and
yeah,
I think there's a video out there that you had posted that I would love to show viewers, because Charlie's getting smeared as this homophobic, misogynistic, racist, anti-immigrant, like all of the things, all of the ists he's been getting slandered as. I want viewers to see this video, and then I would love your response. This is something you posted yesterday. We cut it down a little bit for time, but watch this.
If they are supporting open homosexuality.
So I'm going to ask a very respectful question, as respectfully as I can. What does what they do in their private life concern you so much that you have to go up in front of a crowd? And
it is against God. That is
so. Let me ask you a question.
Are you a Christian or not?
Do we live in a theocracy? Yes or no? No. Do we live in a theocracy?
You said you're a Christian.
I am a Christian. And do you know what? And guess what? I will say this. Part of being a Christian is appropriately interpreting what the theological says for the individual, but also means to be long-suffering and patient and loving and kind. Jesus Christ talked to all people. Jesus Christ went and did his ministry through Judea and Samaria, and he had dinner with tax collectors, and he had dinner with prostitutes, and he did his ministry in every part of the Mediterranean. What it means to be a Christian, my friend, is to be open-minded but firm in your beliefs, so you can have that belief. But if you say there's something inherently wrong with communicating or associating just because they make different personal decisions than you, sir, are not a conservative. Thanks for being here tonight.
You know, Anthony, that's just, I think, very powerful. Charlie was a big-time open tent, a big tent conservative that welcomed everybody in the movement. And honestly, there's a lot of people in the movement that don't necessarily see it that way. Some people watching this show might not see it that way. But in regards to all of the ists that Charlie gets called, you know, describe your experience, again, with him in saying that, and just as the movement overall, and, you know, responding to that video.
Well, that proves it. Like that, there's nothing else that you can say that is going to. He was a man that like understood what you were saying, but then he was like, but he would give you the facts, and then it was like, why do you make that your personality? Like, why is that your entire thing?
Yeah.
Like, I'm gay, but, or I'm gay and it was like, no, that doesn't need to be a thing. And so I've always been that way. I mean, this is going back even before Trump times. I mean, ever since I was in the community, you know, in my 20s, I was always like, why do we have to lead with that? And, you know, that's a great reminder. It's like, look at everybody that Jesus sat with. You know, he sat with everybody. That's Charlie. Charlie sat with everybody. And so for people to call him like racist and homophobic and all that, then you hear that and you're like, when did he say that? You know, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I completely understand. It's been toggling between sadness and just fury of the types of people that would post stuff that they are blatantly either ignorant of or just are fine with spreading lies and mistruths about a guy who only wanted to have a dialogue and discussion. And we have been talking to people the last several days of, you know, where they see the movement going. In your eyes, where is this going? How important is it that you know, we stick to the cause and make sure that all the things that Charlie was fighting for, you know, aren't going to go to waste just because he's not here with us anymore?
I do not think that that anything's going to go to waste. If anybody, I mean, I think at this point everybody saw Erica, how amazing and strong she was. You can see the anger and the disappointment, like you can see all the emotions in her, but this is bigger. Like, this is going to be and is bigger than it was before. I think that was the mission that he was put on Earth for. And, you know, that's why, you know, a lot of people, even owning a business and an apparel line, you know, people are like, are you making freedom shirts? I'm like, please go to Turning Point. Yeah. Sign up, go to Turning Point, get it from Turning Point, because it brings you there. You're supporting the message and the cause and growing. I mean, we saw how many people have signed up, guys. Like, in just a short period of time, we have so many more people that have joined Turning Point. This is the turning point. This is the turning point in America. You know, my cousins in Italy, influencers that are making videos, you know, he had such a powerful message and a powerful impression on so many people, and that was just it. He was a threat to the very small majority that didn't like him. Very small majority. And as we know, those are always the voices that you see the most of, unfortunately. Yeah. This is bigger than ever. This isn't going anywhere. We're going to keep on going. We can't stop now. That's a complete opposite of what Charlie would have wanted us to do.
Yeah, I agree with you too, to that point of just because the fringe is loud doesn't mean they're right, and that doesn't mean they should influence anything. And I think Charlie would have believed that wholeheartedly. Yeah. Anthony Raimondi, conservative ant, really appreciate you taking the time. I wish we could talk under better circumstances, but keep fighting the good fight.
Thanks, you too.